Hi, and welcome to this little introduction of a game called Alex. It's been designed by Yann Dantil and myself, and it's the theme is emotions, so feelings. We're going to play the emotions of a character named Alex, so it's the name of the game, and Alex is going to try and live his best life, her best life. We don't know actually if it's a male or female. We like the idea that it's a woman, but anyway. And so I'm going to play joy, and he's going to play sadness, and she's going to play disgust during the presentation. And so it's pretty. The game plays in around 30 to 60 minutes. It plays starting age 10 and from 2 to 5 players. So during this little introduction, I'm going to show you the first turn of the game because it's quite important, because that's where you will understand the mechanics. So it's dice placement game, but with not so much randomness. I'll explain to you later. And then we'll move on to a later stage of the game where I can explain to you what happens and how tricky the game gets as it goes further on. And I hope you enjoy the video and that we can talk about it later. Okay, so the game's just been set up for 3 players, and I'll explain to you a little bit what we're going to do. So this is one player, he's playing Joy. So Joy is going to play with 4 dice, but start with 1, as all players do. And Joy has a power that she can use and move her counter here. When she gets there, if she uses it another time, she's going to get 2 frustration cubes that she's going to place here. Anyway, and these are worth minus points at the end of the game. And at the beginning of the game, each player gets 2 goal cards. These are dream cards. So dream 1 for Joy is becoming an actress, and dream 2 is going to space. And these dreams are going to be worth points at the end of the game. So for example, let me explain this one to you. This one is very simple. For each majority, if she wins one majority in the 3 parts here, if she wins 1 majority at the end of the game, it's 4 points. If she wins 2 majority, it's 6 points. And if she wins all 3, it's 8 points. And I'll get back to this one after I've explained this central piece here. So it's a dice placement game, and it's pretty simple. I'll show you. And there's one more thing about the power. She has another power, and it's here. Every time she's going to roll a 4, she's going to get 1 trance. I'll explain to you right now. So in the middle of the game is the Alex's mind. So Alex has different attributes. For example, she has strength here. It's in French, but it's strength. She has balance and love. Okay. So during the game, each player is going to compete to try and be the player to help Alex be strong, be balanced, and feel love. So every time you take an action, for example, every time you take this action here, you move your cube, so I'm Joy, on the strength here, and you move up 1 space, okay? At the end of the game, everybody is inside and has been moving like this. And for instance, I'm first here, I'm Joy, so I win the majority and I get 10 points. Second player will get 6, and third player will get 3 points. So that's how it's played, about the majority. And at the end of the game, because each player is going to be placed somewhere in each of these 3 parts, I'm going to score my goals. For example, my goal says, for each spot I've stepped on in love and balance sections, I get 1 point. So for example, if I'm just here, at the end of the game, I get 1 point, because although I'm 3 in balance, I'm only 1 in love. So total is only 1 point. So 1 point, I go down, and I have nothing more to give in love. So only 1 point for this goal card. So that's how goal cards work. They're plenty different, but they're in a game. You have to play it. And so I can show you what a... oh yeah, let me explain one more thing. It's like the power. Joy has a very nice power. So on her turn, when she plays, so I'll show you. Right, actually, so I'm rolling my die. I do a 6. Sadness is rolling a 2. Oh, and that's her power, is a 2. So she immediately gets +1 in balance. So she helps Alex get more balance in her life. Okay, and Disgust is rolling a 6. So nothing happens. So everybody's ready. Let's say I was first player. We decided that I'm first player. So the gameplay is pretty simple. I take my die. So far I've got only 1 because the intensity of my emotion is very low now. But every time I'm going to play this card right now. Every time so I'm going to place my die on one of the event cards here that are going to become memories later on in the game. I'll show you. So I'm going to place myself here on this card here. And so now it's Sadness' turn, and Sadness decides, what's the strategy? She needs love. So she's going to place herself here. And what about Disgust? Disgust, I don't know. Let's say Disgust takes this card because I like it, it's very interesting. So what happens, that's the end of the turn already. And yeah, I'll show you. So resolution is simple. We start from the first card and then we go up, we move to the next, to the end of the cards. And you see one card has, each card has spots like this one, okay? And when you place your die on a spot and the card is filled with dice, it means that the event will become a memory. Okay, and I'll show you how. So for example here, the player who plays the die here, so it's Disgust, gets the card. So it gets the card placed here on top above its player board, and it gets 1, 2, 3 points in balance. 1, 2, 3 points in balance. But it gets as well 2 frustration cubes. So we take 2 frustration cubes and place them immediately here. This card is very strong, but it gives you frustration. So there are ways that you can get rid of your frustration, but you'll have to figure it out now. And okay, and this card is going to be worth 4 points at the end of the game. I'll explain to you this part later on. So as we continue, we move on to next card, Resolution, and it's Sadness card. So Sadness gets back his die, takes the card, and takes 2 love, like this, okay. And then this card has been taken by nobody, so it's Forgotten Memories. It's a thing that's not been fully lived, so it's discarded. And then it's my turn, and I'm taking this card. It's pretty nice because I get +1 intensity. So I'm the first player to get to move up to this ladder here that is going to give me 1 more die, 1 more die, 1 more die, and then a lot of points if I can get there. Okay, so I get this, and I also get 1 in balance, and that's it. Yeah, I'm 2 in balance now. I get the card, place it up there above my player board. Last card is discarded because nobody has taken it, and that's the end of 1 turn. That was just turn 1, so it's pretty simple, and I like the start of the game because it plays very simple at the beginning. Let us do a fast forward to a little bit later in the game. This is a fast forward to later in the game. As you see, we're much higher on intensity, and everybody's got, except for Disgust, green player, everybody's got 2 dice. So everybody's going to roll their 2 dice and see what happens. So Joy rolls a 3 and a 1, and her power activates with a 4. So nothing happens. She's pretty low. I'll explain to you why. And then Blue rolls a 2 and a 1, and 2 activates a 2, so gets 1 balance here. I'll show you up here. Okay. And okay, green is something special I need to explain about green. Green is behind on intensity. So what it means is it's going to get the second die, it's going to get it, but it's going to be a 1. There's no rolling, and he's going to get one frustration cube because he's behind. And has as for the other one, is rolled normally, so it rolls a 4, and nothing happens with the power. So so it started the new turn, and green is the first player based on turn order, and he decides to play a he wants this. He decides to play a 4 here. As you see, a new type of card has been introduced in Age 2 because there are 4 ages in the game. So the four stages are like 4 stages of life. So now Alex is a bit older, so she's going to parties and she's going to high school and she's got a boyfriend as well. And maybe a first kiss. It's a card that's worth a lot of points. Actually, it's a big card, but it has no power at all. It gives you nothing else. So anyway, so this card is pretty interesting because there's two spots. What it means is if somebody plays behind and comes with a 1, okay? Oh, so we're going to do it actually. So that's my turn, Joyce's turn. I'm going to take that one. I want that one. That one is a big one. No, yeah, I want that one. I want that 7. I'll explain to you one after. And blue is coming as well because he thinks that Disgust is going to take this bonus because he knows that he wants balance because of his goal. So blue thinks that he's going to get this card. He wants this card because this symbol here means that you become first player during next turn. So that's pretty big. Have the choice first choice. Okay, and then that's green to place his second die, and green is going to get that card here. Pretty nice card to get back to intensity level, to level up. And that's my turn, and I want that one. I'll explain to you. I want to do an explosion, and I explain to you what is an explosion, and that's the end for Sadness plays. Sadness comes with me. Thinks that it's a good idea to get maybe all these or this card because it's worth 5 points. So that's the end. This card has been taken by nobody, so it's discarded, and this event is not going to become a part of Alex's life. And okay, this card here now. Because this value is higher than this one, green gets to pick first. So Disgust is going to pick first its bonus. So either this one or this one. So, and that's a little twist. Actually, Disgust decides to take first player token and the card. So it leaves Sadness is like a bit sad actually because it gets the +1 in intensity and the +1 in balance. Okay, and so dice are taken back and the card gets here. This one gets again to goes again to Disgust, so +1 in love. Oh, okay, and +2 in intensity. Feels good now. Back in the game, so it takes the card. It's the second card. Okay, so that's my turn, and I'm going to get a 7. I'm going to place it here, okay? And that's very good at the end of the game for the final scoring part. And this card here, so I've got a 3 and he's got a 2. So I'm choosing first, but not because I came first, because I'm higher in value. For instance, if he were to come first with a 2, and I was like, oh, okay, let me come with you. I'll come with him, and I pick first because my die value is higher. So let's leave it like this. So I'm picking first, and I want the card. I'll explain to you why. I really want the card. And he wants he doesn't want anything. Actually, he wanted the card, but maybe he wanted the card, but he gets the 2 threads. So he gets 1 and 2 on threads, and okay. And so I get the card, and let me explain to you what happens because it's a very important part of the game. As you see here, these are all the event cards I got from there. And now, and every time you've got 3 different cards, 3 different type of cards. So this is like relationship, knowledge, and health. And as you see, they are different, okay? Every time you get here, above your player board, 3 different cards, or 3 identical, so like 3 relationship cards, for instance. Every time you get this, you can have, it's not that you can yet, you have an explosion. Your emotion explodes, and it's going to give you a strong bonus. So I'm going to get this explosion because 3 different symbols. The cards becomes memories, so they get here, and this card gets into here, and this card gets into here. And I wanted this card because it's a 5, and I only had a 1. I'll explain to you why. Because at the end of the game, each player is going to score for each family of cards, is going to score its higher level. So in this family so far, I'm going to score 5 points. In this family, I'm going to score 4 because I've got only 1. In this family, I'm going to score 3. And the higher value is a 7. Where is the 7? Oh, look, it's here. Once it's down there, once I've done an explosion, it's going down there. It's going worth 7, so it's the highest one. But before the end of the game, I need to get the explosion. Otherwise, this card is going to be lost forever. It's a forgotten memory. And so I've got all 3 cards down there. It means that I've got an explosion. You remember? I had this one, I had this one, and I had this one. And look at this. Explosion simply means that you get 2 action points that you can put anywhere. So for example, I could go here and I could do 1, 2. Okay? Or I could do 1 here. Okay? And 1 intensity here. But I'm going to do something different actually. I'll explain to you. There's one last thing about the explosion that makes it like a little bit spicy. It's here. Every time someone explodes, he needs to check here if the explosions is doing, so for example, my explosion was health, relationship, and knowledge. If it matches the symbol here, you get the card. Or you don't take the card, you just take the bonus and discard the card. So you take this bonus, means I get 1 strength, immediately gets 1 strength. Gets here. Up, sorry. Up. That's right. Immediately gets 1 strength, then get my 2 action points. And for example, I'll do I'll go here and I just take 1 more die to put them into frustration mode. And so you'll see our next player is going to have to do an explosion with this card to get a +1 intensity, which is pretty nice. So that's how taking the event cards works, and it's very interesting because it gives you the explosion. And if you're smart enough, I don't know if smart enough is the word, but you can also have this tiny explosion bonus. And that's it. So we're going to play until we reveal, I'll show you this, until we reveal a Age 4 card. So whenever an Age 4 card has been revealed in the game, for example, let me show you something. I want to show you something. Anyway, I want to, no, where is it? Where are the 3 symbols card? Oh yeah, okay, that's one. This one is an Age 3 card, and it has 3 spots, so it's pretty big. It needs like little cooperation to get to this card, Okay, so whenever during a new stage of the game you reveal a Age 4 card, that's the case with this one. That means it's the last round. We're going to play last round, and after this we're going to count all the points. So points from the goals, highest card in each of the families of the memory cards. Frustration points are minus points, and points for here for each section. So depending on your where you landed, points here for how far you went, and I guess that's it. I'm pretty sure I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, first player tokens is worth 2 points at the end of the game. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed watching the video, and I hope you want to play the game. Bye.